Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back again to our course Advanced English Grammar. I hope you and your family are in good health and you stay focused on your study. So, the second topic of our course is past perfect tense. In this topic, we are going to discuss about the form, the examples, the conditions, and also the exercise and the task assignment that I'm going to give you. So, first of all, let's take out the material. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So, as usual, we are going to discuss first about the definition of the past perfect tense. So the past perfect tense is a sentence form used to talk about actions, situations, status that were completed before some point in the past. As you can see here in the graphic, past perfect tense is discussing about an action, a completed activity, and then another activity that sometimes we use simple past or present perfect tense in here. So this past perfect tense is talking about a completed activity in the past before another activity. So this here is the time graphic that use past perfect tense. So for example, John had started the music before I arrived. As you can see, here is the past perfect tense, and then here, after the before, is simple past. And then they had considered that option before signing the contract. So the past perfect tense is always happen before something else. Okay, this is the formula. The formula of the positive sentence is subject, head, and verb 3. And as you can also, it's the same with the present perfect tense, as is subject and verb 3 is past participle. This is for the verbal sentence, and then the nominal sentence is subject, had been plus object. The object could filled with noun, adjective, or adverb. And then the forms for interrogative sentence, had, subject, and verb 3 or past participle for the verbal sentence, and then for nominal sentence is had, subject, been, and then object. And here, as you can see, the object also could be filled with noun, adjective, or adverb. And then the negative sentence is subject, had, not, verb 3, and then subject had not or never been, then object. Okay, so this is the formula for the past perfect tense. Okay, let's see the past perfect uses. Uses number 1, completed action before something in the past. So the past perfect expresses the idea that something occurred before another action in the past. It can also show that something happened before a specific time in the past. So here is the graphic example of the time signal for the past perfect use tenses. So we can see the example here. I had never seen such a beautiful beach before I went to Kauai. So this is the person had never seen before, and then this as you can see here, this is the past perfect tense, and then before, and then after that we can use simple past. I went to Kauai, and then I did not have any money because I had lost my wallet. Then here we use because. So this is the reason. So the reason happened before this condition. So I didn't have the money because here explain how and why it happened. So I had lost my wallet is the reason this person didn't have any money. So, and then the next important specific times with the past perfect used like this. Unlike with the present perfect, it is possible to use specific time words or phrases with the past perfect. Although this is possible, it is usually not necessary. For example, she had visited her Japanese relatives once in 1993 before she moved in with them in 1996. So in here, it said that we can use the time signal or adverbials of time that's the same with the simple past, but also we can use this phrase as the adverbial phrases or adverbial clause for past perfect tense. So this is we are talking about the adverbial of time in here. Okay, next. Moreover, if the past perfect action did occur at the specific time, the simple past can be used instead of past perfect when before or after is used in the sentence. Okay, the words before and after actually tell you what happens first, so the past perfect is optional. For this reason, both sentences below are correct. For example, we can see here, she had visited her Japanese relatives one in 1993 before she moved in with them in 1996. And also, we can use she visited her Japanese relatives once in 1993 before she moved. So in here, the word before, we can use the past perfect in here. She had visited her Japanese relatives. So in here, we use past perfect, and after that, we use simple past. But we can also use simple past and simple past. As you can see here, this one is simple past and this one is also simple past. So simple past can be used by these two, but also we can it's optional. We can use past perfect and we can also use simple past for both. But when I tell you to when I give you the exercise later, all of the exercise for this meeting is all you have to use past perfect. Okay, because this is the example or this is the exercise and practice for past perfect tense. Okay, so I hope that you get this, and I hope you do, if you have any questions about this, we can discuss it. We can discuss about it in the discussion forum or WhatsApp chat. And then, however, if the past perfect is not referring to an action at a specific time, past perfect is not optional. Compare the examples below. Here, past perfect is referring to a lack of experience rather than an action at a specific time. For this reason, simple past cannot be used. Okay, so for example, she never saw a bear before she moved to Alaska is not correct. And she had never seen a bear before she moved to Alaska. So in here, we cannot use simple past and simple past as the example from earlier because there is no specific time. So in here, it says that referring to an action at a specific time, past perfect is not optional. So when there is no specific time, we have to use past perfect tense. We cannot use simple past anymore. If you want to use simple past, you have to give the specific time. Then when there is a specific time, then past perfect is optional. But when there is no action, there is no specific time available, then past perfect, you have to use past perfect. It's not an optional anymore. Okay, let's see about the adverb placement. The examples below show the placement for grammar adverbs such as always, only, never, ever, still, just, etc. So for example, you had previously studied English before you moved to New York. Okay, and then the interrogative sentence could be, had you previously studied English before you moved to New York? So we can see the usage of these grammar adverbs, right? Okay. Now for the active and passive, we can see the examples. George had repaired many cars before he received his mechanic's license. This is the active sentence. And then we can see the passive sentence. Many cars had been repaired by George before he received his mechanic's license. So this is when you have active, it's the same formula as I explained before. But in here, in passive, as you can see here, many cars had been repaired. So we use had and been, but we used in here the past participle. We don't use the object like noun, adjective, or adverb anymore. Okay, so we are in passive. We have to use the past participle with been. Okay, so this is a kind of a combination between the nominal and verbal. The formula, I mean, the formula is the combination between the nominal and the verbal, but it's actually passive. So it is verbal sentence because all passive sentences are a verbal sentence because it uses verb, right? So that's what I'm talking about. That's why passive sentence is a verbal sentence. Okay. So next, you can sometimes think of the past perfect tense like the present perfect tense. Okay, but instead of the time being now, the time is before. Okay, because present perfect tense, we use a time being now. I mean, it has a connection or it has a continuity to the present time. But past perfect tense is the time is before. So, for example, imagine that you arrive at the station at 9:15 a.m. and then the station officer says to you, "You are too late. The train has left." Okay, so this 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 example is the present perfect because it relates to you to the present because you are too late. Okay, you're too late, and that's why the train has left. So it has impact. It has the impact or effect for in the present time, and then later, after this situation, you tell your friends, "We were too late. The train have left." We use past perfect here because it already happened. So in this situation, the cause they are being late were already in the past. So that's the difference between a present perfect tense and past perfect tense. Okay, now we often use the past perfect in reported speech after verbs like said, told, asked, thought, wondered. For example, like this. Look at these examples. He told us that the train had left. Okay, so we use that after told, right? As you can see here, it's told. So that's why we use past perfect because it's already happened before when he told us in the past time. And then the second example, I thought I had met her before, but I was wrong. As you can see, here is the simple past, and then here is past perfect tense. Okay, so that's the difference between present and perfect tense. Okay, before closing the material, I'm going to give you the explanation on how to do the assignments on this week. So here, as you can see, there is some material from PDF and then discussion. Exercise 1, multiple choice. Exercise 2, short answer. And exercise 3, mix and then performs. First, I'm going to explain to you. So, how to do all of this is firstly, you have to watch the video of this explanation. And then, after that, you have to read this material. Okay, you have to open and read, and then after that you start the discussion. So the discussion, in this discussion you have to finish posting five you have to do 5 postings. Okay, the discussion, you have to create discussion at least one, and you have to reply your friends at least 5 times. Okay, so
here, you can do more, but you cannot do less. So that if you follow this minimum posting, then you can start the exercise 1. In exercise 1, you do the multiple choice as usual, and then in here you use short answer. Please pay attention on the every detail on this short answer, because if you have typo or have different font on your uh, typing, it could be considered a mistake or wrong. And then here in exercise 3, there are a mixed kind of questions. There are multiple choice there, and there will be true false. There will be also probably short answer. So in here in exercise 3, it's not only it's not just exercise. This is also to test your understanding about past perfect tense. And then the verb forms. So in here in verb form, I'm going to show you. You have to print this out. Okay, you have to print and then write down your name and class, and then start writing with your handwriting. Look for the past form, past participle form, and Indonesian meaning. Okay, there are so many. There are about 30 pages. This is 1,000 words that you have to finish. Okay, like this. So this is but you have to do it in handwriting. Okay, this I am not going to give you the I'm not going to give you the due date on this one, but later when we meet in classroom, when we can do a classroom meeting face to face, I'm going to assign this this assignment, and then I'm going to check on your attendance list. Okay, so you don't have to submit in Sham. Okay, but later when we have a classroom meeting face to face, I'm going to give my signature, and then I'm going to write down your name on the attendance list that you have done this exercise. Okay, so that's all of the assignment for this week. I hope you do all of them and get the good mark. Okay.
So guys, that was the discussion for our topic past perfect tense. Besides the exercises, I also give you the assignment to fill out the past participle verb. You have to find the verb 1, verb 2, and verb 3 or past participle, and also the meaning in Indonesia. I also have shown you the on how to do the exercises, so please pay attention on the detail, and also pay attention to the due date, because I gave you I give you longer time than usual, because we are already late starting the topic. So I want you to remember, don't forget about the due date, and I hope you all get the good mark. Okay, so good luck and happy learning.